If you've owned this generation of Mercedes for a long time, then chances are you've come across three of the most common problems in this car. The air filter hose problem, the wiper problem, and the third one I'll show you is the dreaded broken door handle. The design of this door handle has a weak point in this spot, and over the years when you pull this door handle to close the door, it creates a lot of stress in this area, and over time the plastic that supports this door handle breaks and you get this problem. So in this video I'm gonna show you how to fix this door handle problem and replace it with a brand new one. And what you need for this job are just the basic plastic pry tools and a T20 and a T30 Torx screwdriver. And of course you need a brand new set of door handle. This is not an original Mercedes part, it's an imitation. Got it for like 18 bucks. First we'll pop this door handle off, the cover, the door handle trim off. So at the back there's sort of a groove. Just use this plastic pry tool and slowly, just gently pry it out. There it is. And I did try to cover up some of the imperfections on this handle with a vinyl wrap, but since this one have failed, I thought it's time to replace the whole thing. Then using a T30 Torx screwdriver, unscrew this and this. To find that that screw. There it is. Then let's go right ahead and remove this speaker trim. I found that it was difficult to remove this wire that connects to the speaker, so I decided to just put this on the side. And it didn't interfere with any of the installation steps that I did. Then let's go right ahead and remove this SRS badge. And then remove the screw inside using a T30 Torx screwdriver. Then get a T20 Torx screwdriver and unscrew this screw. And then using a plastic pry tool, insert it at the bottom to pry it out and then pull it down to release. Then going at the bottom here, there is a puddle light that you need to remove. So what you need to do is use a plastic pry tool like this and then just insert that there and then just gently pry it out. Then once one end is released, just gently pull it out of the slot there. Now if the puddle light is still turned on by the time you are working with this, instead of waiting for it to turn off, it will turn off eventually. What you can do is you can switch the internal cabin light to the off position, and then that sort of that turns off the puddle light as well. Make sure that the bulb itself isn't hot when you work on this, so you might need to wait a couple of minutes before you start working on this. You don't want to accidentally burn your skin. To remove this connector, if you have this kind of pick tool, it's very simple. Just press on that locking tab there, press and then pull it towards you until you hear a click, and then that's release it. And then what you need to do next is to carefully peel this door card away from the door. This is the first time I'm removing it, so I'm sure these plastic trim or this leather trim is stuck on the door. So first try to peel it away, and then there should be clips around holding that in place. So I'll just sort of insert this plastic pry tool underneath to try and release that clip. Next, gently lift out the door card. In my case, I also opened the window just to give me access on this side if I need to. So I start from the bottom, probably support it with your knee, and then just lift it up. Be careful with the speaker. In my case, I didn't remove it because it's hard to unclip it from there. I just put it aside. Just make sure it doesn't get caught or anything as you lift it out. And then at the back, you still have a few wires that you need to work through. First one is this. Just unclip it from the hooks. Just give you a bit of room. So this is a challenge because I can't really see what's in it. Okay, so I got a better camera angle. Hopefully you can see that. So just pull this black cable here. As soon as you clear that black piece, then just slide it up, and then from there you can just unhook it like that. And then while you're holding this door card, open up the flap because there's still a wire that's connected to the door. And you see this blue clip here, just press it on the side. And you should be able to release that clip easily. Just be careful when you're working around this area. That's the airbag. You don't want that to accidentally deploy. So I've got the door card sitting next to the car. There's still a piece that's stuck in the door that we need to remove. That's the piece that we need to remove. Still stuck. Before we can take out that extra piece, it's still stuck on the front here, so we just need to pry that out. So obviously this was sort of did a quick fix here. They just glued it back on, but obviously that's not gonna last. So we just need to pry this out. Then on the other side, there's a clip that's holding this in place, but you can't really push this out until you remove the entire handle. Still screwed at the bottom, so you just need to peel these covering out. Just be careful with this because you still need to put this back. So make sure the adhesive is still working. You don't try to peel it away and don't rip it out. Doing a good job here, but just try as much as you can to save all these adhesives so you don't have to worry about washing them. And then what it would reveal is a screw that we need to remove. So that's a piece that we still need to push out, so make sure it's not sticking to this foam insulation here. So maybe just twist that a bit and then just pull that out. There are two screws on either side. There are two screws on that side. It looks like a T20. There's one there and another one there. So we'll get our T20 and unscrew this. Okay, take that out. And then we'll flip it around and we'll push out the old handle. Okay, before we flip it around, just remember there are two clips on either side here. Just press that clip in and then push that handle out, and whoop, that just came off on the other side there. But if you look at here, it just came off. Now it's the old part. So that's the clip right there that I was trying to release. My new door handle doesn't seem to have that clip. I suppose that's okay. This is the old door handle. If you can see, that's where it failed. There's a lot of stress in this point when over the as you pull the door shut. Mercedes didn't put a lot of thought in here. So the new one isn't any different. I don't think this will probably also last a few years and will fail again because there's not a lot of support in this area. I would have thought that this should have been reinforced by some sort of metal underneath a frame of some sort. So it's not as durable. It's meant to fail after a few years. But this is like $20. But if you think about it, you still need to spend time removing this. So $20 maybe in materials, but time lost, that's another story. So it would have been nice if this isn't designed to fail in after consistent use. So Mercedes, shame on you in designing such a low quality door handle. Before putting it all back together, just take this opportunity to clean these crevices here, these corners here, because this is the only opportunity that you have to clean this area thoroughly. So just give it a good clean. Tried to clean that out, but seems like they used a super glue type of adhesive. I can't do anything with that, so I'm afraid I'll have to leave it like that. Hopefully it's could be covered by the trim around the new handle, but obviously it won't be completely covered, but at least won't be too visible. Okay, it's time to put Humpty Dumpty back together again. First thing, insert this new door handle, slip it in there. So this one doesn't have any clips, so all I need to do is just push it in, and it should find its way. If not, just reattach and try it again. So it looked like it did. So that looked okay, and then flip it around, and then screw that part back on. So I've decided to reuse the existing screw that was on there originally. So just go ahead and screw it back on. Again, this is T20. The hole in the door handle isn't fully aligned with the hole on the door card, so you might need to angle that screw to find its way back in. And then once they're both screwed in, just reattach this adhesive. Make sure the original hole goes on top of the that part there, so you don't have to worry about creating a new hole, and then just cover that all up. Okay, so reattach the cables that you've unplugged earlier, the puddle light and the window controls. Just reattach it, and then we'll go right ahead and reattach this latch. So the trick here is just hook that in there, twist it around, and pull this cable here until it goes the way there. So you've got that latch working, and then carefully sort of assess the area. Make sure you Make sure all the clips are in place. In my case, yes, it is. And then just carefully put this latch, this cable back into its position there. And then yeah, just work your way through. It actually helps if you have this door lock in the unlocked position. You might have accidentally pushed it in, so make sure it's in the unlocked position so it can easily find its way back through the hole. So that's my guide there. So make sure it's in the unlocked position and use that to guide. Just push that in. Speakers, make sure it's still in the right position. There it is. So at this point, I'm just making sure that the door guard is properly seated on the door. So I'm just moving this camera on this side to have a better angle. And what I'm doing next is I'm just looking on the sides here to make sure all the clips are aligned to its corresponding hole. So just take some time to go through all the clips all over the sides, and you might need to duck, look underneath the panel as well to make sure that all the clips are aligned. Looks like it's all aligned, so just go right ahead and push it in. Then put the 3 T30 Torx screws back on. Then reattach this cover back in place. Up and in. Nice and secure. Then pop the clip back in place. So pop the speaker back on. Just start from the left hand side. Make sure it's underneath that weather shield there, and then just pull it on this side so you get this clip in place. Then next step is to reattach the connector for the puddle light, like so. Tuck the puddle light back into the slot. Just make sure the wires are all tucked in. Start from the back. Sort of tuck it in. Make sure it's flush. Just wiggle it around. It is a tight fit. You don't want to break the clip at the front. Once it's fully flushed on this side, just gently push the other end gently and clip it in place. Then the last step is to reattach this plastic cover. Start from the top and then work your way down to the base of the handle. And that's it, a new door handle for your Mercedes C200 W203 model. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification icon so you don't miss any of my future updates.